We're flying from Bangkok to Chiang Rai in northern Thailand. After arriving late last night, we're up early to meet our guide James. He's a novice Buddhist monk and hopes to continue his studies to become a full monk in the future. We're heading for the northernmost town in Thailand, Mae Sai. It borders the country of Myanmar, and this area is known for its high-quality Burmese jade, in which we bought a few pieces of. Just down the road is an area called the Golden Triangle. It's where the countries of Myanmar, Laos, and Thailand meet.
The middle one is Myanmar, considered this land, right? Myanmar. On the other side of the Mekong River is Laos, and this side of river is Thailand. So you can see three countries.
So even that little point is part of Myanmar?
Yes.
The Golden Triangle was known for its opium production and supplied most of the world's heroin between the 1960s through 90s. As part of their fight against the drugs, they created the Hall of Opium, a facility that's part museum and part drug education center.
There were many different exhibits, including some that represented how the opium was traded throughout Asia. They also showed how the drug adversely affected individuals, as well as their communities.
On our way to lunch, I had to stop and get a picture of this wonderful Naga staircase. After lunch along the Mekong River, we boarded a longboat for a short river ride. We're visiting a small market in Don Sao, across the river in Laos. As we're leaving Thailand, we pass this large golden Buddha. While on the other side of the river in Laos, they're building a resort complex with a large casino. The visit really wasn't worth it, but I guess they do it just so you can say you visited Laos. As we were leaving Chiang Rai, we stopped off at the Wat Rang Kom, also known as the White Temple, which is a privately owned art exhibit in the style of a Buddhist temple. Its unique designs are created by the artist Kolang Chai Kosipkapat, and who now devotes all his time to the construction of this temple.
Every detail of the White Temple carries meaning and encourages visitors to reflect on Buddhist teachings that show the way to resist worldly temptations, desires, and greed.
These are thousands of prayer or wishing donations, some placed to form trees and others covering the entire roof of this corridor. In front of the main entrance is a bridge passing over a lake. This is the bridge of the cycle of rebirth and represents entering into a state free of suffering. Just before the bridge is a moat consisting of hundreds of outstretched hands, symbolizing people who have failed on their journey due to evil acts.
Once inside, the murals on the walls depicted basic Buddhist philosophies, intermixed with modern icons, using both real-life events such as the attack on the World Trade Center and fantasy heroes from modern entertainment. The artist's purpose here was to let people know that there are really no heroes in the world, but that since our morality declines every day, people need heroes.
These odd figures were outside the restrooms, and supposedly depicted what you could look like if you harmed or killed your parents. The work here is ongoing, and isn't expected to be completed for another 60 to 90 years. Here in the workshop, we saw how they made the plaster, and created the decorative facades for the various buildings. This worker here is a true artist, with over 20 years' experience making these sculptures. As this waterproof cement hardens, it is further molded, and turning a bright white when it's cured. Other workers then hand-cut small pieces of mirrored glass, attaching it to the artwork. After leaving the White Temple, we have a late evening drive to Chiang Mai. The next morning, we visit the Patara Elephant Farm. We're scheduled for their half-day elephant daycare and are picked up at our hotel for the ride to their reserve. It was a little confusing when we were dropped off at a location with a bunch of elephants and a couple of handlers while everyone else continued on the bus. It was at least a half an hour later before everyone else returned. We assumed since this was booked through Asia Highlights, we didn't have to go through the check-in process. But we also didn't know what to do with the elephants.
Oh no, it's kind of just.
Oh my god, it's so cute. That's a good photo. Throughout the day.
Our orientation started with a little bit of background on the elephants, including the baby, who was only 4 months old.
A new baby born, 70 or 80 kilograms. They're big when they're born, like a big dog. And then first hour, baby elephant supposed to stand up. If baby elephant still lie down, it's not okay. We need to do something with baby elephant. After that, 2 or 3 hours. Milk. 4 or 5 months, they're supposed to eat solid food. You know what the first solid food for the baby elephant?
Bamboo?
That's not bamboo, that's sugar
Oh,
cane.
sugarcane.
Yeah. It's not sugar cane, it's not bamboo, it's not
Bananas.
banana. First solid food for the every baby elephant is mother's poop.
I was gonna guess that.
Ah, really? Sorry. When you see baby elephant eat poop, you don't worry. For us, we happy when we see baby elephant eat poop. That's a tell us a healthy baby elephant. And baby elephant drink milk until 4 years.
Oh wow.
The mother carried the baby almost 2 years. She came from circus. I mean, total we have 67 elephants. Some of them we adopt and rescue them. And they came from different places and different background. This is summary what we do with elephant. Today we let you, I know everyone love animal, that's why you are here. And today your activity including 3 parts. Okay, first, approach and make friends with them first. Okay, second part, for us, we want 2 things for the elephant: friendly elephant and healthy. If you know elephant healthy or not, we will show you how to prove them healthy. And the third part, we let you donate your time to do healthcare routine activity for them, fit care and skin care, and then travel with them for exercise. First part, we let you approach and make friends with them. Before you approach elephant, you have to know first they're in a good mood or the bad mood first. Do you know they're in a good mood or bad mood?
Have anything to do with their ears?
They do like this when they're eating, they're flapping ears. Okay, and the tail. You have a pet, like a dog. When you see elephant do like this, it means relaxed and happy. You approach them okay. And when they see new people, new friends, they don't know you are a good or bad people. Sometimes they do like this. It means defensive. That's why later on, if you want to make friends with elephant, we have tradition like this. We let you wear like an elephant trainer, elephant keeper. When elephant see you, same as family, easy to make friends. When you bring food like this, I mean first time when they see you, you are a new friend, sometimes they do like this. But whenever when you bring this, okay. When you approach by the front, okay, because this is a comfortable area for the elephant, because they see you. If you not approach behind elephant, you have to let them know you are there. Especially a naughty baby elephant. When you go behind, you don't surprise him, and you surprise sometimes. And after that, reach your hand like this. Tell them open the mouth. They will open the mouth. And then banana sugar can you put in. Okay. And then you pat here,
Okay.
or trunk, or behind the ears. They like it.
Oh.
If you love them, you let them know, you pat them, you talk with them. They will look at you. Okay, sometimes they use their trunk, touch you. They have a good memory.
We were told that one of the best ways to determine the health of an elephant is through its poop. They only have one stomach and don't thoroughly digest their food. We were shown it should have plenty of moisture in it and only have a faint odor. All the elephants were very gentle, except for the baby, who tended to be very rambunctious, grabbing food and pushing you around, wanting to play and roughhouse. After feeding and examining our assigned elephant, it was time to head on down to the bathing pool. After they cleaned out some of the poop, it was time to get in the water with your elephant.
Not being crazy about swimming in elephant poop, I opted to stay dry and just take some pictures.
This was actually a fair amount of work, with the handler making sure you did a thorough job.
Probably under mama. Oh, they're gonna drench them.
After spending a fair amount of time washing them down, they got to return the favor, as the handlers all make sure they give you a good spray. After cleaning up at the hotel, James takes us to the Warrat Market, where we do a little souvenir shopping and get some lunch, before visiting our first temple complex, Wat Chiang Man. This is Chiang Mai's oldest temple, and dates back to the founding of the city in 1296. The oldest structure here is the elephant chetty. A chetty, also known as a stupa, is a small structure used for meditation, and contains a chamber holding relics, typically the remains of a Buddhist monk or nun. Not to be confused with the Emerald Buddha, this one's the Crystal Buddha, made out of green quartz. The walls are covered with murals, depicting stories of Buddha. James tells us about the Happy Buddha.
The Happy Buddha. Actually, he's not a Buddha, right? The true story is not a Buddha. A lot of people, they misunderstand. He was a monk, disciple, but he looks very similar to the Buddha. Sometimes people misunderstand. They thought this is a Buddha, but it's not. And also another thing, when the people they come to the temple, because he's very handsome, they just look at the face when he teaches to the people. They don't not listen to anything. So he wants people to listen, not just look to the face, to the people, to the body. So he eat a lot, and he becomes fat. That's the story.
I haven't heard that story.
Yeah, Sankajai, his name.
Next, we went to the Wat Phra Singh complex, known as the Monastery of the Lion Buddha, and contains the large Phra Singh Buddha.
In a small temple at the rear of the complex, there were life-size wax figures of highly regarded monks. We were really surprised at their quality. They looked like they could move at any time.
This was the Wat Sukman, and inside the monks were in the middle of a ceremony. No, it's not another Emerald Buddha. This one's just a replica. But for over 70 years, this large chetty used to be the home of the Emerald Buddha. That evening, we went to the Chiang Mai Night Bazaar. We didn't stay long, but we did buy some chopstick holders, before returning to the hotel and enjoying a Thai massage on our last day in Thailand. Tomorrow morning, we fly to our final destination, Singapore.